understand it well enough. Now, when I was a teenager, I discovered a competitive speaking program, and one of the events was informative speaking, where you literally got to write a speech explaining something to judges, and then you were given points and medals if you were good enough. My very first informative speech ever was about ketchup. The history of ketchup, the etymology of the name, its legal status, the physics of its viscosity, and how it flowed. It was super nerdy stuff. But at my very, very first public speaking tournament, I took first place. Hey, look at that guy. So some of the hair here moved down here, but other than that, I'm the same guy. Seriously, still doing the same thing. To be at that tournament and to see the expression on someone's face when they suddenly understand and are fascinated by something in the same way that you are is a phenomenal feeling. And I've learned two things from this. First of all, people love a good explanation. I mean, they hunt them down. Even people who say they hate learning and that they hate books and all that stuff, they love explanations. Second of all, if you look closely enough and you take the time, anything can be interesting to anyone because everything is related in some way to something they care about. Richard Feynman called the pleasure of finding things out a kick in the discovery. And I agree, but I think there might be a little bit more to that. Let's get rid of this picture. Okay, so we want to express ourselves. Everyone wants to express themselves. They do this through the music they listen to, the clothing they wear, the way they act, but they also do it with knowledge. The things they know about the stuff they like, their interests, their hobbies. I've noticed that the most operative motive behind someone sharing one of my videos, promoting me via word of mouth, isn't so much about me as it is about them. Hey, look what I found. I like this. I am like this. Whenever you share a video, whenever you share anything, a few of the attributes of that thing reflect back onto you. So I have found that one of the best ways to gain attentive listeners is not to be who you think your audience wants you to be, but instead to say and make and show things that allow your audience or your students to be who they want to be. I once discussed in a video why the sky is blue. And backstage, when I was sort of going through what I wanted to talk about, I ran into this girl. This seriously actually happened backstage. Go find her. I said, "Do you know why the sky is blue?" And she said, "I think I used to know, but like it didn't really matter." Exactly. And I knew that was going to be a problem. It turns out that the sky is blue because of the way light scatters in our atmosphere. It's called Rayleigh scattering. And light of shorter wavelengths scatters more, so greens, blues, and violets. That's why when you look at the sky away from the sun, you see this beautiful sky blue. It's all of those shorter wavelengths combining. And when you look directly at the sun, which you shouldn't do very often, don't do it ever, you see the longer wavelengths which are surviving that scattering. That's why the sun looks yellow during the day. Of course, when the sun's light needs to travel through a whole lot of air to get to your eyeball, a lot of scattering occurs, and only really, really long wavelengths make it all the way there directly from the sun, which is why it looks orange or sometimes red at sunrise or sunset. Now, I think that's really cool. But obviously, some people, including someone backstage right now, don't. Or maybe they kind of already know it or, could probably figure it out if they thought about it. So what do? I'm trying to collect the largest audience possible that I can. I want to appeal to and attract as many people as possible. So what I do is I camp out with the subject. In this case, Rayleigh scattering. I learn as much about it as I can. What else is it responsible for? Who is it named after? Who did he love? Whatever I can find that could become a great hook to bring in just the right person. So in this case, I read about Rayleigh scattering, and I learned that blue eyes are blue for the exact same reason. Blue eyes do not have blue pigment in them. Ouch, that would hurt if that was real. If you were to rip out my iris, I would be like, ouch. But then, if you ground it up into a fine powder, it wouldn't be blue anymore. It would be sort of a dull, brownish, blackish color. Instead, blue eyes are blue because at a microscopic level, their texture scatters light, just like the air in our atmosphere scatters the sun's light to make the sky blue. Maybe you already know why the sky is blue. Maybe you don't care, but maybe you will be fascinated by something like this. And this is why my episodes often seem to go all over the place. It's not just because I'm crazy, it's also because I want to have as many hooks out as possible to catch as many people and to make them interested. I once did a video about rainbows, and I thought some people might think rainbows are lame. I'll teach you about rainbows. What other types of bows are there? Well, like when string, like a knot, is a bow, a knot. Why do headphones always get tied up into knots? So I researched the mathematics behind this. It's fascinating. I'll spare you all of the details. Also, this will allow you to go check out my videos and give me many, many views rather than just one. In the 1950s, Harold Edgerton took a series of amazing pictures of nuclear explosions. This is a detonation just milliseconds after happening with an exposure time of 1/1,000,000th of a second. You can see the energy of this plasma ball, the energy of the explosion is vaporizing the metal wires holding up the tower, and that's where these glowing, spindly legs come from. His work attracted wider and new interest to physical phenomenon simply because he featured something that people couldn't help but want to look at, a moment you couldn't witness alone. He famously said, "The trick to education is to teach in such a way that people only find out they're learning when it's too late." Works for me. So recently I took on the most difficult question ever, but also the most requested. How do I know that the colors I see are the same to you? Okay, how do I know that when I look at something red, you don't look at the same thing and see what I would call green, but you call it red because that's what you've always heard, and we both agree and go on our separate lives, never knowing just how different our perceptions work. There's no such thing as a stupid question, but there are questions that make us feel stupid, and this is one of them. Because there is no way for me to crawl inside someone else's mind to see the world as they see it. I thought that might be frustrating to my viewers, that there really wasn't a good answer. I couldn't finish this once and for all. So I started looking more generally into questions. And the more I read about them and their history, the more I realized that questions might be quite unique to humans. Apes that have been taught to use sign language can communicate with us. They can answer complex questions. They can convey novel thoughts and they can express their emotions. But an ape who knows sign language has never been observed to ask a question. Soliciting information from an organism belies this assumption that other organisms in some way have access to information that you don't, that they have different unique intentions or desires. It's often called a theory of mind, and it is incredibly difficult to show that animals have such a thing. But of course, we intuitively feel.
Where is everyone? And no, I don't mean all of you humans back there on that increasingly hot blue marble. I mean, where are all the aliens? In a universe this vast, surely there must be other forms of life that are as depressed to be meat as we are, right? Well, if one of my favorite sci-fi video games is correct, aliens are indeed out there. We're just never gonna meet them because, well, they're already dead. Ooh.
It's a spooky.
Scary.
Now entering the facility.
A lower estimate on the number of stars in this galaxy is 100 billion. A lower estimate on the number of galaxies in this universe is another sweet 100 billion. A lower estimate for the number of planets around each star in the universe is at least 1. This gives us an enormous figure, so that even if the chance of life arising in the universe is like winning a megabucks jackpot Powerball lottery thing, it still means that there are 100 million planets out there with alien life on it. So I ask you again, where's everyone? This discrepancy that we are highlighting is known as the Fermi paradox, named after Chad estimator and famous Italian physicist Enrico Fermi. Now, there are many potential solutions to this paradox, from the fact that we may indeed be alone in the universe, or that civilizations just tend to wipe themselves out before they can reach out to other civilizations. Today, we're going to focus on a different solution, one offered by one of my favorite video games ever, Dead Space. Its solution is that space seems dead out there because it literally is dead. Ooh, isn't that spooky, Arya? Arya, isn't that spooky?
Spooky.
Oh, to the moon. What we don't find out until Dead Space 3 is that the so-called necromorphs aren't the end of that ghoulish life cycle. No, these eldritch horrors are. Brethren or brother moons. Literally giant tentacle monsters that float through space and they're the size of the moon. Their life cycle goes something like this. First, they start sending out electromagnetic waves that make any intelligent life in the area go totally cray-cray and build so-called markers. Now, these markers also send out electromagnetic radiation to animate any dead flesh in the area, somehow. Then that dead flesh goes on to kill other stuff to make enough dead flesh. Once there's enough dead flesh, it is all flung up into the upper atmosphere somehow, where it congeals somehow into a giant tentacled moon that then eats the rest of the planet's biomass and continues the cycle anew. This is Dead Space solution to the Fermi paradox. Space seems dead because these brother moons are floating around everywhere, gobbling up everything. Now, I gotta admit, brother moons are some of my favorite creature creations in sci-fi, but it all got me thinking. Is there actually enough biomass on Earth to make a moon-sized meat thing out of? Winston, calm down. Clean your tentacles last Tuesday. You know what day it is. It's not Tuesday. That's why I named it that. It's not Tentacle Tuesday. You know what it is. In the vacuum of space, outside of any other large, dominating gravitational influence like Yo Mama, anything with mass will pull on anything else with mass and eventually come together. So if you had enough dead flesh in space after a convergence event from the necromorphs, it would start to accumulate in a sort of gross meat moon kind of thing. And if you had enough of this dead flesh, you could even have it differentiate like a planet with a molten, bubbly, gross flesh core. Thanks for that, Randall Monroe of XKCD. So, to evaluate today's proposed solution to the Fermi paradox, what we're going to do is see how big a meat moon would be if it consumed all biomass on Earth, and then compare that to other known moons and the game. And thankfully, the calculations are actually super simple for this.
Easy for you.
No, Arya, anyone can do them. With the power of mathematics, you can go, hey, Winston, grab a calculator, I'll lead you through it. Dang. So, how do we go about estimating the mass and size of a brother moon? First, we need to know how much biomass is on Earth. Scientists have been estimating these values for a long time, and estimates vary across studies. But generally, in terms of the distribution of carbon in everything from viruses to your butt, all the animals on Earth represent actually a tiny, tiny fraction of the total biomass. There is more weight in all the other kingdoms, like protists and archaea and fungi. Bacteria outweigh every animal on Earth 50 times over, and the vast majority of carbon on Earth is in plants. The latest studies calculate that all of this living stuff weighs around 1.2 teratons. Now, we're going to do this back of the envelope and assume that all Earth goop has roughly the same density. How about water? We can then divide Earth's total biomass by this density to get the potential total volume of a dead meat marble with tentacles. Doing so, the maximum volume that a brother moon from dead space could get from Earth is over 1,000 cubic kilometers. That sounds like a lot, right? Well, if you have enough mass in space, it will act to spherify itself via gravity. Therefore, a neat moon with sufficient mass would have a volume equal to the volume of a sphere, 4/3 pi r cubed. Now, as the astute among you will notice, that means that if we plug in our volume value and solve for r here, we will get the radius of this eldritch monstrosity, and then we can compare that radius to other known moons and to the game. So, do that. Go ahead. Feel free to pause the video now. I'll wait here, or I'll lead you through it in just a couple seconds. Winston, just smack a tentacle onto a calculator and it'll stick there and, The answer is a moon with a radius over 6 kilometers long. Now, that sounds huge. Anything overhead.
They're still after our radionite? They get a gold star for persistence.
Bomb bắn out. This way.
Spike planted.
Out of charges.
One enemy remaining.
Water rising.
Last player standing.
One step closer.
There.
Revealing area.
Headshot. There.
Enemy spotted A.
Grenade! Go get him.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Everyone's ready.
They will scurry, and then they will die.
Protect our motherland. Take
This
flight.
way. Here we go. Grenade. Shocked one. Satchel out. Satchel out.
I suggest you move!
The hunt begins! Someone is A. Found you.
Spike planted.
Shock dart.
Blocking fire.
One enemy remaining.
Brother.
Disaster averted.
Last round before the switch.
So now, treat yourself to something nice while you still
I'll show them. Lintik kayo. Deal with my car. My ult's ready.
Spike down mid.
Bomb buddy out. You should run.
Joke over! You're
Wait for
dead!
me. Here comes the party. Satchel out.
One enemy remaining.
Talk about collateral damage.
Switching sides.
Please, you powder keg. Nice work.
Scanning ahead.
Okay.
Plant the spike.
Short gun. Enemy B. Got one. Grenade.
Spike planted.
Mission kill.
Last player standing.
Gear up. Stay safe. We're going back in. I need to blow something up. Take this! Go, go, go!
Revealing area.
Coming through! Satchel out! Satchel out! Hey! Reloading!
Reloading.
Grenade!
Careful now.
Bomb buddy out.
One enemy remaining.
My ult's ready. Okay, take a break, guys. Grenade!
Last player standing. Match point.
They're going to scatter from my stuff. Super easy to pick off.
Reloading.
Ah, break's over.
Scanning ahead.
The hunt begins.
I'm out of here. Coming through.
Here.
I need help.
The answer is a moon with a radius over 6 kilometers long. Now, that sounds huge. Anything overhead in a sphere like that would be really, really disturbing.
Joke's
But is it
over! You're
like
dead!
moon-sized disturbing? Well,
Nice.
Spike planted. Watch out.
I suggest you move.
Back up. Here.
Found you.
Last player standing.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight demands it. Reloading. Reloading.
Flooding them.
Scanning ahead.
Watch out. Take this. I'm out of here. There we go.
Dead. Enemy and defender spawn.
One enemy remaining. Attackers win.
What can I say? We're better.
Yo! What up?
Okay. Sakit pa rin ang ulo ko.
Kumusta yung alis nyo?
Comparing it to the radius of Earth's
Ayun,
moon,
good shit.
Earth's moon has a radius 260 times larger,
okay
meaning
naman.
that if all life on Earth was spherified into a
Ha?
Kasi,
Ilan kayo nandun? 5? 6?
ani. Grabe kasi tangkad ko lang pala si Ryu. O, mas matangkad lang ako.
Mas matagad.
Gulat ako eh.
Mas matagad ka rin sa akin eh.
What?
civilization extinguishing meat orb of
Yeah.
doom
Bruh.
and gross meat, remember, it wouldn't be any larger or any more
Kaya bagay siya mag-bulk up ka, pre. Get some
Ha?
gains, bro.
But what?
Mag-bulk up ka.
symposium
Gantong build, oh. Gantong build.
Teka, restart
Ganyan.
ako. Kaya pa-restart ako ng balo.
than any other moon in the solar system that you could probably name. Now, Winston, I know what you're thinking. Don't get tentacle envy, my man. There are dozens of really tiny moons in our solar system around our gas giants. So some of those are only like a kilometer across, meaning that a meat moon made out of all life on Earth would still be a moon. You're welcome. Given that Dead Space's proposed solution to the Fermi paradox actually does result in a mini moon's worth of mass, the next question is how realistic is a brother moon as a creature? Well, interestingly enough, one proposed solution to the Fermi paradox is kind of similar to Dead Space in this regard. It says that we're not finding any aliens because we're not looking at where they actually lived or died. For decades, scientists and sci-fi authors alike have imagined what life unlike anything we know might look like. One popular conception is life among the atmospheres of gas giants like Jupiter and Saturn.
Match
Imagine
found.
an entire ecosystem with aerial plankton grazed on by sky whales who are preyed upon in turn by flying sharks. Now, it sounds like a fanciful thing that some scientists on the ganja would think of.
On the ganja. I just killed my ex. Not the best idea. You are so mad.
Dominating.
Hi! Fight's not over, you know.
Fight.
Let's go! Kill! What?
Daming binili.
That's 3.
Nice shot.
Yun.
Smart move. Nice try. That's 3. Four down. Got one.
Okay.
Ay, awan ko kung may nag-sign si nanay. Tapos alauna na ako umuwi.
Sky's falling.
Ano, check mo kung ano. Okay yan.
Give up shit.
Go away. Taken out.
Yo, what the fuck?
Weird. Slide.
Ten kills remaining. Five kills remaining.
Kill. Sky's falling. That's 3.
Yikes.
Yup.
Oh, what the fuck? Okay, mouse.
Bye-bye.
On top. Joke lang.
One kill remaining.
Sniper. Escape. Start na?
Teka. Isang hard lang. Only one.
Ginagawa ko sa hard, hindi ko binabaril.
Why? Putek. Ba nag...
But none other than Carl Sagan was writing scientific papers on this in the 1970s, calculating the lives of what he called sinkers and floaters in the high atmospheres of Jupiter. Now, I don't think the jump from an organism like this to a brother moon in dead space, in the vacuum of space, is all that crazy. Imagine a creature in the high atmosphere of some gas giant, evolving to resist low pressures and high radiation environments for millions or perhaps billions of years. Eventually, like the transition that happened from water to...
Alright.
Get the fuck out of here. Fuck this shit up. Platform.
Match
The
found.
fuck? Ano yung error sa ano? Platform.
Yung bagong Windows update, naglolo ko yung Valorant dun. Junior! Ay naku, bawa na naman ang mga kasama nito. Bagay talaga pinapares kay Gecko si ano, si Harbor. Ay, bigyan kita ng mga ace pala, no?
Wala akong tubig. Iukaw ako.
I don't give a fuck. Nakakatuwa naman tingnan to, pre. Tag-ina, di ko alam paano nangyari ganito.
Arrays! Don't tinker with my gadgets! I don't need exploding cameras again. The cleanup is so messy.
Angas, pre, oh.
Ha?
Eh, bukod pa dun sa pinanood yung stream. Ay, yung ano, yung playlist. Ano yung viewers ko, 185. Huh? Hindi ko lang pa nangyari yun. What the fuck? just killed my ex. Falling up.
Grenade! Satchel out. Satchel out. Enemy spotted A.
Walang pumunta kasama si Raze ka.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining. Flawless.
Reloading.
Right there.
Reloading.
Let's keep a good thing going.
My best idea.
I just killed my ex. Tang inang yan, the Riz phase. What the fuck? What the fuck? Sinad ko sa'yo. What the fuck is that?
Wave crashing.
I'm getting orb. Okay, never mind. Look up, plant.
Someone is B.
Walls up.
Take the spike.
He's low, Rena's low. One's left side.
Reloading.
I run away. Nice kill.
One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Who's got the snacks?
Tang ina.
How much ordnance does that Raze carry around? Give me a break.
Kaya na pangalan ng gecko yan. Andrew Tate Enjoyer.
Gago. Yikes.
Yikes. Ang sarap talaga man-judge ng mga Valorant players.
Flooding them.
Ako pre,
My bad. Ako na ako.
That's the spike, Wings.
Nice kill. Walang up.
Water rising.
Spike's ticking. Thanks, little man.
Can you open and getting it?
Camera taken out.
Damit. Gago. Idol.
One enemy remaining.
Ubus sila eh.
They mess with all of us.
Lol.
Go and see. Go and see.
Ano yung ba? Akin yung bomba, akin yung bomba, akin na bomba.
Hindi ko gets, wala nag-spam dun? Ha?
Huwag ko dun.
Let's make some chaos.
Wala.
Reloading. Bomb button.
Ano yan? Nice. Calling.
Water rising.
Hindi mo na stun, no? Plant pre, plant.
Ha?
Wingman's gonna plant spike.
Right there. Not yet. Flooding them.
One enemy
What
remaining.
is he thinking?
As far as duels go, not bad.
Weapon here.
How's everyone feeling? Good? Because you look great.
Bruh, this
Going
race is
A.
crazy. Wala to, mag-surrender to. Pwede mo to pre, hindi ko alam, di ba ancient ruin to? Ba't may ganito?
Can flash?
Try not to get shot, okay?
Yes. Ang sabi? Ano ba?
Wala, tangay na mo.
Careful.
Fix your ears. Nag-dual flash pa daw.
Ang ina naman.
Laying
Spike down A.
He's gonna blind. Wait for the plank.
Enemy spotted A.
Let's go.
Right there.
One enemy remaining.
Blocking fire.
I just killed my bye.
May sa ano? Corridor. Wait. Sa link. A-link.
Try to stay serious here.
Can someone buy me, please?
Ako na daw.
Beta mo yan.
Can someone buy me, please?
Now roll over them. Joke's over! You're dead! Flooding them.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
One's lower.
Dizzy's up.
Ultimate ready.
Putang ina!
Spike down A.
Fight.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Nagult na nga. Nasta siya, pre.
Help
Nasta siya.
me.
Siya, nasta.
Allah.
Enemy remaining.
Shit.
Last player standing. Spike down A.
Bonak yan, by the way.
Go get him. You did good.
Ang kulit niya magani.
I got the spike.
I think go city.
Spike planted.
Sabi
I try.
Clutch.
Roll the piece. The shit.
Bridge, bridge. I took a servo from your arms for my hold the
Right there.
Go B, I have ulti.
Alright.
Walk first, then you will...
Right there.
Please lang, makinig kayo lahat,
Hold the
please. Oh no, the cipher, not itong race din may kinig. Ay nako. Sige. Go.
Reloading.
Forever. Water rising. Blasting.
Yeah, it's like that.
Power naman. What the fuck?
Spike planted. Thrash is ready.
Let's turn the die.
Behind.
I have a me.
There on you, breach. Can you ult now? No.
Target down.
Go pick.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
All targets clear.
Give me a moment. I need to set back up.
Appreciate it.
See? Ano yan?
Do what we do.
Oh. Bakit?
Dizzy's up top.
Enemy spotted A.
Crash
Wave
him.
crashing. Concussing. Flash out. Water rising. Reloading.
Wingman's planted.
Puta, layo pre.
Shield going out.
Ako lang yan,
Shot my wingman.
Igagi.
Sa'yo eh.
I'm good for 3. We're going again. Crash got him.
One enemy
Burying
remaining.
spike.
On me.
Spike planted. Flooding them.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Right there.
Here.
Trevor.
A.
One of my cameras is broken.
Acing in 1 week. 2 ace. What the fuck?
Ano?
2 ace 1 week.
Ay,
I need
some rookie numbers.
Kaya ko nang di nakapag-ace eh.
I need this.
Bago tayo maglaro kaka-score lang.
Can flash? Bridge.
Allah, my type.
Mishima.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Flooding them.
Flash. Hey.
Where is everyone hiding?
Going.
Concussing. Blinding. Walls up.
Ay, nako.
Flash out.
Spike planted. Blow him up, Mosh.
Oh, my bad. Ang ina. Dapat din na yun.
Yun. Top of me.
One enemy remaining.
One top.
Last player
Joke lang, ako
standing.
na one top.
Fire in the hole.
Nice.
NT.
Sayang. That nag-stay siya dun sa ano eh. Sa cage.
Clutch. He says their bullets tickle.
Where's your flush? Tangina eh. Isa rin siya, hindi na siya nakikinig eh.
I got their omen.
Yes.
Water rising.
And you're done. Crash is ready. I have planted the spike.
Info.
City. Finish.
One enemy
Kill
remaining.
confirmed. Ultimate ready.
Reload.
May ulti na naman ako.
Sorry. Inside joke.
Can bridge,
may
can
maganda.
flash.
May magandang nerf dito. Kay ano? Kay Gecko.
Bridge, can you hear me? Can flash? Can you come flash? Bridge.
No.
Bridge.
Okay, mute there.
Okay, it's okay.
Come on, let's go.
Bruh.
May raise na dito.
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Wave crashing.
Nagawa nun.
Turn the die.
Nagkamali siya. One inside. One here close. City.
Walls up.
Reload.
Spike. Crash got a hit. Got him.
Nice.
One
Okay, sa
enemy
akin.
You're out.
On me.
Flawless.
Nice. Sinaksak yan.
Last round in the half.
Deserve sa mga undertate enjoyers.
This deep.
Role model this.
Going B.
May talas to ka o dyan. Ha?
Ano?
I will find you.
Mamaya na, maga pa.
Pero dyan, close, naglalaro ko dyan.
My God, I needed that.
Walls up. Joke's over. You're dead.
Gonna plant spike.
Shield going out.
Oh yeah! Monster on the loose!
Shoot it! I didn't protect you guys.
Last player standing. Switching sides.
That's true. Device.
May napansin ako pero nakakainis.
Ano?
Sa skin na to. Yung melee.
Hey, Bridge, can you stand here?
Sa melee na to, ano siya? Left-handed.
Kahit sa right-handed, no?
Oo. Bad trip nga eh. Di ba pwedeng baguhin lang yung ano? Sa melee lang, pwede ba?
Bawal?
They better try something.
Hindi naman sa bawal, wala pang ganung option. Hindi ko alam kung magkakaroon.
Grenade!
Flooding them.
Multiple enemies A.
Wave crashing.
Kapal naman ng mukha nun.
Spike down A.
Water rising.
Fuck, naspam ako. One doors. They're probably rotate.
Last player standing.
Wait a minute.
Dalawa po eh.
Ay, sayang. Dapat din niya binuksan cam niya. Wala na. Alis yan, malamang.
Nandun siya eh.
Bulaga.
Spike planted.
Will they try the same old tricks?
Full bayaw.
I just get my ex.
Pushing!
Water rising.
Ay!
Sige.
Ay!
Dizzy has target.
Sige guys.
Flooding them. Wave crashing.
Gago.
Pasukan ka pa rin.
Alright.
Nakatingin sa akin eh.
May close. Oh, he went in.
Spike planted.
Yes, he's in.
Flash out.
Joke's over! You're dead!
Walls up.
Last player standing.
Well played. Lol.
Andaw?
I find them. I kill them. Simple as that.
Marshall Ace question mark?
Walls up.
double wall.
They found my
Close. Shoot it.
Reloading.
One enemy remaining.
Open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door!
Sorry, buddy.
Throw me a weapon! Throw me!
Trust me, they know what hit them.
Bruh.
Gawa ng breach.
Na-spam ko yung yung Reyna. Muling ala to dito.
Water rising.
Yeah, it's A.
What's up, fam?
Forever.
Pushing out, pushing out.
Careful.
Bite go B. Yep,
Wave
trying to go B.
Clearing out. Blinding.
Sit down.
Nice.
Dizzy has targets. Crash is ready.
Flooding them.
Spike down A.
Ayaw niya lumabas, gago.
Water rising.
They want me, they want me. They have TP, they have TP. Go to bomb, go to bomb, go to bomb.
Hindi, papatya, patatalang.
Dapat nga marami kami. Sayang. A max of 3 people would
One
work.
enemy remaining.
Flash out.
Eh, diyan ka lang.
Blocking fire.
Ba't namatay yung Ray? Anong raise?
Ha?
Ba't namatay
Mamaya
yung
na, maga pa.
Ay,
Napatay ng Phoenix. Akala ko nga rin hindi na tamaan eh. I just smile.
Show them
Pre.
how we fight.
Ay, na mamaya. Sa next buy phase.
Balls up.
Right there.
It's here.
Wave crashing.
Enemies are being.
Wave crashing.
Spike down C.
Spike C.
Joke's over.
One enemy
Put the
remaining.
ultimate ready.
Last player
Shot!
standing.
Close.
Somebody's there.
Nice.
Yan na.
Paint? Check. Charges? Check. Can I get a drop?
So, you little homie.
Nah.
Come on, buy him.
Thanks.
Oh! Bruh.
My bad. Now, where to set up shop?
Mapakababa talaga ng self-awareness mo.
Careful.
Yep.
The hunt begins.
Water rising.
Fire in the hole!
Spike down C.
So lucky.
Run, little man.
I'll ping it for
Back to
you.
me.
Spike planted.
Ik. Binay, putang ina mo ha.
Last player standing.
Ah!
Enda natin, pre. May gagawin ako.
Okay.
Stay safe. We're going back in.
Bibiya. Ay, ay, ay. Kabaron.
Hey, what's good?
Satchel out. Satchel out.
Flooding them.
Patay, 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 patay.
On my way.
Bomb buddy out.
Headshot.
I got enemies B.
Balls up.
Spike planted.
Enemy spotted B.
Baril ba?
Ha?
May ulta, pre. Tara. Let's fight. About.
Go, go, go.
Deserve to die. Flooding them.
Gagi, meron pa doon sa likod mo.
Uy.
Na-stun, pre.
Last
Hindi mo
player
nakita?
standing.
Saan?
Dun.
Enemy remaining.
Well, hindi ko nakita.
That's right.
No stopping now. Not until the job is done.
Magbibiyan, Diyan na sila eh.
You wanna strat?
Stay in the moment.
Sige, ito. Muwaling ka agad.
Wave crashing.
Slow dyan, pre.
Ang ina mo.
Pre, can you pick for me?
One
Pick
enemy
for yan.
remaining.
Nice.
Spike down A.
Another 2v5 from us! Bakit mo anin? Baliw. Patay.
Sain ko na eh.
Tignan mo, gumaganya ka, tapos pag ako gagawa, tang ina, pinapatay ka agad. No kaya yun?
Knock 'em out. Can someone spot me? Shukriya. Thank you.
Hello. Chokliat. Thank you.
Need help.
Mamaya ako tamustahin.
Trevor! Joke's over! You're
Kami.
dead!
Enemy spotted A.
Spike down A.
Explosive party.
Ano ba yan?
One
Naghihiwalay.
enemy
Ay, tao.
remaining.
Yes.
You still have a long way to go.
Defenders win.
Get out movemented. Chuchu, eglab.
Kawawa, 420 yung gecko.
Wait lang, pre. Wait lang.
Ah. Ha? Hindi yan. Ako na magsasaing nga. Kulit mo naman eh.
Kasya pa kayo, one last match. Sige, tara. Start ko na, ha? Shot.
G?
Tignan natin muna.
Match found.
What the? Tangina. Instant lock-in siya eh. Tara, double ini. Tignan natin kung may mag-smokes. Tara, pasok tayo kagad site. Tang-inang yan. Walang marunong mag-smokes. Magpik ng mga to. Putang ina naman. Ay nako.
What the fuck?
I am both
Ha?
shield and sword.
Ano yun?
Comp to. Parang ang pangit.
Pangit nga. Ikaw yung pinaka out of place kung tutusin eh.
Huh? How dare you say that?
Totoo naman na.
Phoenix. It's never good in this map. Actually. Unless Phoenix main ka. And you know what to fucking do, bro.
Bigla nga siya nag-lock in eh.
Mindset na ano. Uy, kulang isang duelist. Duelist ako.
Latang mindset mo din eh.
Oh, hindi ah.
Land on Earth, these creatures cast off into the void, using internally generated gases to propel them and sensory organs to hone in on other worlds'
dare you say that?
magnetospheres for
Aray.
air, food, and water.
It's fucking
These
peanuts, man.
beings could exist in a state of suspended animation, like we know tardigrades on Earth can achieve, perhaps conserving metabolism and resisting cosmic radiation for tens of thousands of years, while they...
Gets ko na ba't
Reina,
gusto ni Anya
there are
talaga
better
yung
ways to survive than your path.
I'm so ashamed.
Para magpalit ng ano?
How will
Ng
I
kamay.
live with myself?
Ayun. Ito, mas bagay siya oh. Bad trip yan.
Yan na. Gusto mo ikaw ano, mag-plan?
Hindi.
Di wag. Mali yan kapatid. Ay nako.
Smoke's down.
Embarrassing.
Reloading.
Reload him. Molly.
Shield raised.
Launching smoke.
Heaven.
Right here.
Here.
Right here.
They're here.
Here.
Eyes here. I got eyes here. I got eyes here.
Gago, wala nakapix sa inyong lahat.
Unavoidable.
Someone's A.
Teka lang, pwede ba?
One
May
enemy
cannon na
remaining.
dyan.
Last enemy taken out. For you.
Lol.
Reloading.
Let
May
them
kanina
try
doon.
to get through me.
Kanap ka kasi.
Blind their scout.
There.
Ah! Pati ako ng lame ass stacks na yun. Hello.
Watch your guys.
Ito sabay.
Remaining.
Sabay. Ha?
Hey, what's good?
Wala.
Sage, remember.
Wala. Maghihintay kami pag may ginagawa ko.
Can. That's enough.
Ha? Ati, makakahintay kayo. Saan ba pupunta? Sa NCMF? NCMF, kunin na lang yung bag ko. Nahabol na lang ako. Oo. Kunin niyo yung bag. Wait lang.
Embarrassing.
Ang ina, mukhang maka-DC ako neto ah.
Still in sight.
Go crazy.
Pais mo na.
Cutting their vision.
Okay, mount.
Gago. Dumiretso.